Welcome back, tuning into today's video. Going to the weekend forecast today. Have a detailed look at weather for the next 7 days across the British Isles. There's big changes on the way. It's been well publicised, of course, the change to colder conditions. It is still on course for Monday and into Tuesday. I don't think it's going to be quite the extent of cold or wintry conditions that it looked like we could get earlier in the week. Models have changed a little bit. There's more energy to the north around Greenland, and that's just going to push the high pressure further south. So instead of getting those quite long fetch east to northeasterly winds, which the models were playing around with earlier in the week, I think really we're going to get high pressure sitting over the country. Certainly from around Thursday onwards. Nevertheless, it will be cold. There'll be some hard overnight frost, severe frost perhaps in places, and certainly an increased risk later in the week of freezing fog. There will be some snow earlier in the week in the north as well. Now, before we go on with that, just talk about the advertising. There's video ads on my page at GazWebBiz.com. If you press play on the video ads, you'll be supporting GazWebBiz.com, and thanks very much for doing that. The websites that we're using for the video, we've got the radar picture from the UK Met Office, the charts from wetcent.de and weatherout.com. The links to all three of those websites are on my links page. And Gaz Shop is open, so if you want to do any shopping at Amazon, click through the Amazon banners in Gaz Shop, and again, you'll be supporting GazWebBiz.com. Thanks very much for doing that. So this is today's radar picture, and not much to see really, but we have got some patchy rain up across the far northwest of Scotland. Elsewhere it's mainly dry. There's a lot of cloud around today. Cloud really has invaded from the northwest. This is the synoptic pressure chart today, with the high pressure ridging in off the Atlantic. But as I say, we have got weather fronts up to the very far north and northwest of Scotland, just producing a little bit of light rain for northern and western Scotland. But the rest of the country will be mainly dry today, but rather cloudy. But best of any bright or sunny spells will be down in the far south and southeast. Temperatures today around 10 degrees, 50 Fahrenheit, about where we should be for the middle of November. The front may start to, the weather front may start to pep up a little bit in the far northwest tonight, so turning a bit damp across parts of northern England, coming down into Northern Ireland perhaps. And as I say, later on in the night, the front may start to pep up, giving heavy rain across Northern Ireland. Turning clearer behind that across Scotland with some frost, and for England and Wales, going to keep it largely cloudy. Maybe a few breaks coming through, but with some mist and fog patches developing, and those could be quite dense if they do come through. Temperature could get down to -1 across Scotland, but generally we're going to hold up at around 4, 5 or 6 degrees. The front will definitely activate tomorrow, or I should say reactivate, and form a little area of road pressure. So I think for Northern Ireland and Scotland, quite a wet day. Front will push back north again on Sunday. Quite a wet day for Scotland and Northern Ireland. Could be some hill snow mixed in with that. The rest of England and Wales having a lot of cloud again on Sunday, but some bright or sunny breaks coming through. Always the best of these probably across the far south of the country, but generally it is another cloudy day. Temperatures between around 5 and 10 degrees. And then on Monday, that's the change. The cold front sweeps southwards across the country, taking a band of rain from Scotland, Northern Ireland and Northern England down into England and Wales over the course of Monday afternoon, with sunshine and wintry showers following to the north. Those showers will turn increasingly to snow across Scotland in this cold and strengthening northerly wind. Temperatures in the south up to around 8 degrees. In the north, though, just 2 or 3 degrees. And probably dropping, if anything, across Scotland through the day. So it's one of those days where you record your highest temperatures first thing in the morning, and then the temperatures will slide away, I think, through the course of Monday. Weather it may linger across East Anglia, southeastern England on Monday night. I don't think we'll get an undercut and turn the rain to snow. So I think generally it's going to stay wet in the southeast from Monday night into Tuesday. Tuesday itself will find that front finally clearing away through the morning, taking the rain into the continent. I mean, it's a mainly fine day actually away from coast and Scotland, where we'll have those wintry showers. Snow showers for Scotland, but wintry showers draped around the coast. Elsewhere, mainly dry and fine on Tuesday with sunny spells once that rain clears the far southeast. Temperatures will be cold though, ranging from around 1 to 6 or 7 degrees, so we're well down into single figures. Notice this little feature just developing here to the north of Scotland. That is a developing area of low pressure, and that could drop southwards through Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Now it's going to be a really cold night on Tuesday night, with temperatures possibly as low as -3, -4, -5 degrees for a time, particularly for England and Wales, I think, through the night. Then that band of cloud will drop southwards with this feature, and it'll be bringing rain, sleet and snow excuse me, down across the country. Now, where that snow is going to be, very difficult to say, but probably restricted to the higher ground across, say, the North Midlands, North Wales, Northern England and Scotland. But it's one to firm up on. Elsewhere at lower levels, probably rain or sleet, but the problem is going to be how cold it is as the rain and sleet falls onto frozen surfaces, particularly for England and Wales later in the night. There is the risk of a very icy start on Wednesday morning. So that's going to be one to keep an eye on, I think, Tuesday night. If that little system comes down across the country, could be a very icy start to Wednesday. That system will then clear away to the south as we go into Wednesday, and high pressure will start to topple in off the Atlantic. So a wet start across England and Wales, with mainly rain, I think, for central, southern, southeast England, but also a risk of maybe a little bit of sleetiness over high ground. But I do have to emphasise it's a long way out, we've got to firm up on it. But it'll clear away through the day, and then brighter skies will edge down from the north with some sunny spells. Still snow showers for Scotland, and still wintry showers probable, I should say, for northeastern parts of England. Temperatures on Wednesday will be cold at just 2 to say 6 degrees, well below the mid-November average. And as we move through into Thursday, this is when the change is coming in. Remember, at this point, a couple of days ago, the models were keen to have this high pressure up to the north and the northwest with easterly winds setting in. Now the idea is that the high pressure is going to topple down over the country and sit over the British Isles. So we cut off that northerly wind. The risk of snow will go in the north, and it's going to be mainly dry on Thursday. With good sunny spells. But it's going to be really cold. Temperatures by day just 2 or 3 degrees in the north, in the south 4, 5 or 6 degrees. But by night, very cold, hard overnight frost both early and late on Thursday. And there will be some freezing fog as well, particularly in places like the Vale of York, and some of that fog could linger all day. Where the fog does linger all day, temperatures will stay around or below freezing all day, and it will be quite icy as well. Another hard frost with more freezing fog on Thursday night. And then for Friday, the high pressure is really dominating the weather, so it's mostly dry across all parts of the country. Look at this very strong polar vortex over Greenland, by the way. That is what's caused the change with Mars. It's pushed that activity over Greenland has pushed this high pressure further south than the models were anticipating. Things could revert back to the earlier scenario, though. I wouldn't totally rule that out. So do keep watching this space. But I think the idea at the moment, anyway, for Friday is going to be a mainly dry day. But there will be freezing fog early and late. Some of that fog lingering on all day where it does linger. Very, very cold with temperatures staying around freezing all day. Otherwise, just up to 4, 5, 6 degrees in the sunshine. But then more frost and freezing fog on Friday night. And that's really how we go into the weekend, with high pressure still dominating the weather. So it's mostly dry. Very frosty, hard overnight frost, and freezing fog becoming more and more of a problem as we go through this period. I think it'll get more widespread and tend to linger through the day. Just for suggestion, I could pick up a little bit of an easterly wind down in the far southeast, which could perhaps bring some wintry showers in towards Kent by Saturday. But temperatures still very much on the depressed side. Finally, have a look at the charts and weather outlook. This situation today, this is showing sunny spells, but we have got a lot more cloud around than this is anticipating. And this shows, again, mainly dry for Scotland tomorrow, but I think it'll be wet for Scotland and Northern Ireland on Sunday. That band of rain will move south and east on Monday, introducing the cold air to the north with an increasing risk of snow showers for Scotland. We're all going to be cold on Tuesday. There will be wintry showers in the north and around these coasts, mainly dry inland with sunny spells, but temperatures well down, just 2 or 3 degrees in the north, 1, 2, 3 degrees in the north, 5, 6s in the south. Let's go through to Wednesday. Well, this doesn't really show it, but remember, Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, we had that rain, sleet and snow mix dropping south, so we've got to keep an eye on that. Could be a very icy start to Wednesday. Otherwise, Wednesday we'll see the rain, sleet, snow mix clearing away, and then it'll be mainly dry with sunny spells. And then for Thursday and for Friday, high pressure takes over, so it's mostly dry, sunny spells, but there will be hard frost early and late, and freezing fog, I think, will become increasingly problematic as we go through the latter stages of the week and into the weekend. So in summary, the change is coming along. I don't think it's going to be as wintry in terms of sleet and snow as we was perhaps anticipating 2 or 3 days ago. Nevertheless, it's going to get a lot colder from Monday into Tuesday, and there's going to be some really hard overnight frost, increasing risk of freezing fog as well. I have to watch out for Tuesday night and Wednesday morning when a band of rain, sleet and snow will come down across the country. Could be a very icy start to Wednesday. And of course, when that freezing fog gets going later in the week, there will be more problems with ice with that as well. So much more seasonable type week this week. Winter is arriving. Won't be widespread snow, but of course that was never really on the cards anyway. The papers were hyping it up a lot in terms of the snow. But you're certainly going to notice a bit different, so dig out those woollies. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.